The demons meet up for a meeting with Muse and Jackson. We get to see the number one demon who looks like Tanjiro's father, but is not actually his father since his father is dead. Tanjiro gets a letter from the swordsmith saying he won't repair his sword, so Tanjiro decides to go to the swordsmith village and ask him to make a new one. While at the village, Tanjiro meets a pink-haired weirdo who has abandonment issues, complaining about people ignoring her. Tanjiro tells her dinner will be ready soon, and she gets up and runs away happily. At the hot spring, Tanjiro sees another Slayer and jumps in the spring to bond in their nakedness.
Ha! Gay!
The next day, while walking through the forest, Tanjiro sees a green-haired clueless weirdo named Michiro beating up a kid. Tanjiro, being Tanjiro, intervenes, but as usual he gets beat up. The kid was trying to protect a training doll from Michiro. Tanjiro looks at it and realizes the doll looks familiar. Tanjiro decides to train with the doll until he gets a new sword. While training, Tanjiro breaks the doll and discovers a sword inside it. A weird, creepy, muscular guy comes out of the bushes and takes the sword from Tanjiro to fix it. Later that night, Tanjiro and Michiro get attacked by a demon who at first seemed like a weak coward, but it turns out he can split into multiple demons who are extremely powerful. Tanjiro and Nezuko get separated from Michiro, and Tanjiro and Nezuko have to fight by themselves. Eventually, Jinya shows up and helps Tanjiro to fight the demon. Tanjiro puts on his plot armor and starts to fight the demons for 4 episodes. Michiro tries to get back to Tanjiro, but he gets attacked by another high-level demon. While fighting, we get a flashback showing how Jinya's father was a deadbeat who would abuse his wife and kids, but was eventually killed by a random guy. One day their mom turned into a demon and came home and killed her kids. Jinya's brother Sanemi, who is the Wind Ashura, had to kill their mother. Jinya didn't understand what happened and blamed his brother for killing his mother. It is also revealed that Jinya has powers similar to demons, such as healing abilities. However, he is not actually a demon. Eventually, the demons combined and turned into an even more powerful demon. Michiro also gets his own backstory. He was living in the woods with his family when his mother got sick. His father went out in the storm to get some herbs, but he died. His mother also died, leaving him alone with his brother. His brother was a pessimist and blames his father for their situation. A lady came by and offered them some help, but his brother told her to leave. Michiro, who is Ashura, tried to convince his brother to accept the help, but his brother got upset and said no.
Stop being so optimistic! Your mind is poisoned! Just like Mother, who told us she was fine, and then worked until she collapsed! Like Father, who got killed trying to find some herbs!
One day while sleeping, a demon came by and attacked them. Michiro blacked out and somehow managed to kill the demon, but his brother died. Switching back to the present, Michiro activates some kind of special power and manages to defeat the demon.
Do everyone a favor and never be reborn again. I've heard more than enough. Now go to hell where you rightfully belong.
Pink-haired girl, who is also an Ashura, joins the fight and tells Tanjiro to take a break while she fights the demon. We get to see her backstory, but unlike Jinya and Michiro, she had a good life. However, she was very masculine and was even stronger than most men. She struggled to fit in, so she tried to be more feminine so she could find a husband. Switching back to the present, she continues to fight the demon. Meanwhile, Tanjiro and the others go find the main body of the demon and kill it. Tanjiro catches up to the demon and cuts off its head. However, the demon wasn't dead yet. It started to run towards some swordsmiths. Tanjiro was about to go after it, but the sun came up and started burning Nezuko. He tried to help her, but he realized he had to choose between helping her and saving the swordsmiths. He was going to stay with her, but then she kicked him off, letting him know he should help the swordsmith, so Tanjiro chased the demon and killed it while Nezuko burns. As usual, we get a backstory before the demon dies. He was accused of stealing, but he blamed his hands for committing the crime. A man who seems like some kind of village leader decides he will cut off his hands since he blamed his hands for stealing. He also told him that the day will come when he has to atone for his sins. Tanjiro kills the demon and starts crying, but then he sees Nezuko standing in the sun, and she says good morning.
Good morning.
Muzan becomes excited because Nezuko has the ability to walk in the sun, so if he eats her, then he will gain the same ability. 1,000 years ago, before Muzan was a demon, he was very sick and was about to die. A doctor gave him some medicine, but he got upset because the medicine wasn't working, so he killed the doctor. However, the medicine eventually healed him. and he was even stronger than he was before, but he couldn't go into the sunlight, and he started to crave human blood. He tried to recreate the doctor's research but failed. The only thing he could find out is that the medicine had blue spider lilies, but he could not find any, and the only person who had the information was the doctor he killed. He spent the rest of his life trying to find a way to walk in the sunlight, and now Nezuko has that ability, so he must capture her.
Anyways, this is the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and smash that subscribe button.